Hi everybody and welcome to your first Liftoff engagement as an S4 core pupil, which is welcome to Liftoff Live. Thank you so much for taking your time out tonight to come and meet with us. We are so excited to have you on the programme and to be able to share with you tonight, again, just to touch base like we did at the S4 promo, with all that's on offer for you and all that we can help you with throughout your time at S4, but also further through your senior phase. So just a bit of housekeeping. My name's Mary, so I'm the S4 coordinator for Liftoff. So you're going to be able to see my face and hear me throughout this whole thing. However, behind the scenes, we also have Hannah, our lead development officer, and Lauren, our student volunteer. So they're both on mute at the moment, and you might not be able to see their faces. However, they are there. So Hannah's going to keep an eye on the Q&A chat, which you can put in questions throughout. And Lauren's going to unmute herself when there's times for her to answer some questions. So just so you're aware, it's not just me, there's Hannah and Lauren behind the scenes. But also, there's no cameras for attendees or mics, so I can't hear you and I can't see you. Just to reassure you of that, because this has been recorded. However, there is the Q&A function on the chat, which is anonymous. So if you've got any questions throughout, please absolutely put those questions in there. Hannah will keep a wee eye on it. However, because I can't see them, I won't be able to answer them instantly. So there is a part at the end of this presentation where we'll scoop up all your questions and we'll make sure they're answered. So if anything pops into your head throughout, please just pop them in there. So without further ado, I will take you through what we are going to cover today. So we're going to start off by looking at your Liftoff journey throughout S4. So again, I'm just going to touch base like we did at the S4 promo about what's on offer to you and how you can make best use of that. But shortly after, we'll have a quick volunteer Q&A. So like I said, Lauren's here. Lauren is a current sociology student in University of Aberdeen, and she's entering into her last year. So Lauren keeps us up to date and modern with all our information. I graduated pre-COVID, so that tells you all you need to know about my information, about what it's currently like to be a student. So if you want to know what it's like to be a student, please just pop any questions you want answered. We've also got some pre-populated ones in there too. After that, we will move on to looking at some top tips. So these have been submitted by our former core pupils, and it just gives you an insight on to make best use of your time as a Liftoff pupil, because you've got plenty of other things going on throughout your time. So it's just to make you aware of all of that. And then I will leave you with a quick checklist. Again, that's just to make sure you're on top of everything we've got to offer you. There'll be lots of different information coming out from lots of different places, but to make sure that you're making most of your Liftoff time, we make this little checklist just to make sure that you know where to look for information and when. So it won't be a long session today, and like I said, I won't be able to hear or see you, but if you want to pop anything in the Q&A, please absolutely do that. So we will get started. So on the screen is our Liftoff journey, which you'll have seen at your S4 promo. And obviously tonight we're at Welcome to Liftoff Live. And just to reiterate, this is just to let you know what's on offer to you, how you can sign up, and how to make best use of the programme for you. However, after today, our next event will be an in-person one, which will hopefully be our campus event. Now, I'm either going to call it a campus event, but you might also hear me call it an experiential event. They're the exact same thing. And I'm going to tell you in a little minute about what that is, how it looks, and how that's going to benefit you, but also how you can sign up for that. So what is our campus event or experiential event? Well, it's a visit to a HEI, so it's a visit to a college or a university campus, and it's a full day event. So that means you're not at school, you're at that college or university campus for a whole day. So it's a real day in the life of a student. As we discussed at your S4 promo, there are differences between how you're taught at school and how you're taught at a university or a college. So for example, that independent note-taking, and therefore we want you to experience that early so you can make that informed choice as you move through your senior phase, whether or not college and university is right for you, and how you can best tool yourself up to make that transition between the two successfully. But other than that, it's also a chance for you to meet new people and make new friends. Liftoff doesn't just work in your individual school, but we work in targeted schools throughout Tayside and Fife, so within Dundee, Angus and Fife. And therefore, on our campus events, we invite all of our S4 core pupils to come along and meet each other. So just like what it would be at your first day at university or college, that's what's going to be like at your experiential event. Now, I can totally understand when I say that for some people that might be completely daunting and actually off-putting, but just what Lauren will tell you is actually there's something a lot of our former core pupils look back and think that was actually the best part of the campus day. I got to meet new people. I got to see what it would feel like out my comfort zone, but equally, you also get to meet new people to hear about what they're doing in their school, what it is that they're interested in and the pathways that they're exploring for that. So it gives you a better idea from people that are in your exact same situation, your same age and stage, to help you make that informed choice. But it's also just fun to get out and meet new people and be out with school. You also get to meet with our student volunteers, again, just like Lauren is on the call tonight, and it's a chance for you to talk with young people that are actually already in higher education, so at college or university. You get to ask questions about the specific course that they're on or the specific university or college that they're at, and it gives you a chance to get that up-to-date insight without even having to go anywhere else. So this is a really exciting opportunity for you, and we really hope that you're excited for it too. On the next slide, I will share with you the different places where we have been each year. So at the top, there is Abertay University, and as you can see from the picture, everybody's hard at work doing that individual note-taking that we discussed at S4 promo. And it just allows you to see and experience that type of learning, because it's not always just like school. There is a difference, and we want you to be able to look forward to that and be excited by the opportunity to be able to be independent in your own learning and to be able to take forward your own interests. So we had that at Abertay, but equally, university and college is not just about note-taking in that lecture style. There's lots of different ways in which you learn at university and college, depending on the course that you pick. So underneath, you can see right in the middle that there's a trip to Edinburgh Napier University. And for those of you with eagle eyes, you'll be able to see that they're actually in a clinical bay. And that's because at college or university, you can undertake not just academic courses, but also really practical vocational courses. And being in the clinical bay would suggest that probably this person or this area is for studying nursing or dentistry or medicine or for physiotherapy, speech therapy. So as you can see, there's a large range of variety of different courses that are going to allow you to be hands-on and also get skilled up for a vocation. So we're not here just to prep you for those study skills, but also allow you to explore the vast majority of courses that are available to you that cover lots of different subjects and are taught in lots of different ways. So you might go along and see one of the clinical bays at Dundee University and think, this is absolutely for me. I love being hands-on. This is totally what I enjoyed. But you sat in a lecture and it wasn't quite as appealing to you. That's amazing. We're here to help you reflect on that and help you use that to form a decision about your pathway. And then last but certainly not least, you can see at the bottom is Duncan of Jordanstone's College of Art and Design. Again, university is not just for those humanities. It's not just for studying history or English or those classic courses that come up all the time, so medicine, dentistry or law, but actually we're here to support the creative, those with creative outlets and that want to see what it's like to be at Art and Design College. So this is one way in which we've helped you to do that. We've put on a trip to Duncan of Jordanstone, and they got in to see all of the different courses that are available to them there, because it's not just fine art, there's animation, there's models, there is graphic design and architecture, so there's lots of different courses on offer. And the whole point of showing you this is that the campus event is not just for lecture style learning, it's actually to get you excited about the plethora of different experiences you can get at university and college, and to find out what it is just at the very beginning of your journey at S4, what it is that makes you tick, what am I enjoying, how do I like to be taught, because all of that is going to inform you as you move through your senior phases. So we're really excited about this opportunity. It's a super valuable one, and it's right at the beginning, so it allows you to broaden your horizon and see what it's like. And it's also a full day out of school and you're getting to meet new people, so what more could you be looking forward to? So this takes us to our first student volunteer question. So Lauren, you will have to unmute yourself for this one. So how did the experiential event help you, Lauren, to prepare for higher education?
So I feel like having the lectures and the practical experience, it kind of helps you show you what the university environment looks like as well, because it isn't, all the buildings aren't always like schools. The lecture theatres, they are probably about double, triple the size of your standard classroom. So even just small things like that, being able to visualize the experience more, meet the different lecturers that you might be able to interact with if you do end up going to university. The experiential events, they are good for just being able to really understand it, because I feel like if you watch TV programs or movies of like American colleges, completely different experience. So being able to actually go and see what it's like, seeing other students as well, it makes it a little bit less daunting. But throughout Liftoff, we visited, when I was doing it in high school, we visited like pretty much all of the major unis in Scotland. So it also helps you just kind of understand how far away is it from home, what type of courses do each individual institution offer, because you might find that the course you really want to do isn't necessarily offered at every single university you visit. So it's just a good opportunity to really see what each of the universities offer for you.
Brilliant, thank you so much, Lauren. And just like Lauren said, it's that chance to get into an individual and also then find out what it is that you're interested in and what kind of style of university or college that you are. Find is more your style, and therefore you can use that to inform your decision. So I will move on to our next part of our journey. So hopefully the campus event will happen around end of October, start of November. No, sorry, end of November, start of December. Fingers crossed, seeing how planning goes. However, keep your eyes peeled on your emails, and also I will say this throughout the whole of the presentation, on our social media, so that you don't miss out on the opportunity to sign up, because sign-ups will happen and information will start to come out between the end of October, start of November. So just keep your eyes peeled. We haven't yet decided where exactly we're going, so this is exciting and it keeps you waiting to find out what is on offer. So our next part of our journey is bringing you to the digital support on the S4 resource page. Now, this is not just one singular event that will happen. You have access to this digital resource page throughout your time as an S4 core pupil. You should have had access to that through your welcome email. However, if you haven't, please, I will put the link out after, and you also should always have access to it at the bottom of any correspondence you get from Liftoff as an S4 core pupil. So don't worry if you've not got access just yet. I'll make sure that is available to you. Again, this is just something that you can use throughout your time as an S4 core pupil, because we totally understand that you are at the beginning of your journey. You're not at the end, you're just right at the beginning. So it's there to help you. So I will show you a little bit about that. So as you can see, I've got 3 tiles in front of me. There's the one with the Liftoff badge, a UCAS badge, and the email. I'm going to show you the S4 resource page more specifically in a minute, but I just want to let you know that there are other bits of information on the Liftoff website that you might find that will be of interest. Might tell you about other schools that we work in. It's a chance for you to see some of our student volunteers, and you can actually send them a specific question through our website. So see if you say that they are studying at a certain university that you would like to go to and you want to find out more, got a specific question, or if you're studying a course, that's a chance for you to send that off, and you'll find that through the Liftoff website. There's also a bit of information for parents and carers. So if your family or your carers are interested in this programme that you've signed up to and want more information, they can find that quickly on the Liftoff website there. And UCAS, we might have shared this information with you at the S4 promo. UCAS is the online system which all university applications go through, and therefore their website is really useful. It has lots of different information about subject guides, about applying to university, and also about accommodation and funding. So it has lots of different links to lots of different universities. It's just really useful for that for you when you're starting out to have a think. So although you won't be applying for UCAS maybe until next year or the year after, it's still a really useful website. It will also have some links to some of the colleges too. So college is just as much a part of the higher education process as university is. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. However, if you are interested in college and you want to find out more, every college in Scotland has their own webpage. So say you're interested in Fife College, you can just type Fife College in at the top of your web browser and it will come up, able to find out more about the courses on there, because college is just an equal part as university within Liftoff and higher education. And then finally at the side you can see the little email sign, and that is because as an S4 core pupil you are entitled to email us at any point if you have any questions or concerns or queries. So please use that if you want to know more information. as I'll say later on, stay curious. We want you to find out as much information, because sometimes higher education and the process to it can seem like a minefield, but we are here to help. And equally, we also have our social media, which I'll take you through in a minute. So at the top, you will see the link to the Liftoff S4 resource page. And like I said, that will be at the bottom of any correspondence you get as an S4 from Liftoff. And if you don't have it, please get in touch through our social media or through email, and we'll get that sent to you. However, we're going to take a closer look at the resource page. So here are two screenshots of what will come up when you access it. And I just want to draw your attention to the fact that there's a lot of information on this page. And I know that might seem overwhelming at first, but that is just to emphasise the fact that as Liftoff, we do not expect you as fourth years to come to us and know exactly what you want to do and how you're going to do it. That's why we're here. We're here to help you make sense of the process, to help you make sense of yourself, pick out your strengths, your areas of interest and your weaknesses, and to be able to use that to help you plan for your journey, to help you build better in the future, but also to make sure that you're getting the right support at the right time. And that is exactly why, although as Liftoff, we are here to help you within higher education. So as you can see in the top red tiles, university or college, we also have included apprenticeships and armed forces on the webpage, because we want to make sure that you might go along to a campus day and think, I'm not sure if this is quite right for me yet. We're not asking you to make that decision now and then, but we are encouraging you to have a think about all the other options that include apprenticeships and armed forces that are available to you. So we want you to know that the world is your oyster, it's out there for you to make what you will of it. But we want to make sure that you have all the right information so that you can be in the right place with the right things at the right time. And again, it says underneath that, not sure what you want to study. So we're not expecting you to know, we want you to start finding out, we want you to be curious right now. So you can take you to a link that says UCAS subject guides. Like I said on the previous slide, that will just allow you to see all the courses that are available. And just like at the campus days, not all of them are classic traditional academic university courses. There's lots of modern courses that are geared towards vocations nowadays, and it's really important that you know that all of that is available to you, and that university or college is not just one set thing, but actually a wide range of options available to you. There's also a map on there which shows you all the different locations where there are colleges and universities, because as Laura mentioned, you want to make sure that you're thinking about the location and the culture and the size of the university as well. But again, this is just a start. So although that feels like a lot that I'm talking about right now, I'm not expecting you to know exactly from that map, I want to go there. Actually, it's just so you know that the world is your oyster. There's lots of options, and to keep them open. So once you want to explore your options, you can obviously see on the right-hand side that there's lots of different yellow tiles. So there's subject guides, but there's also those links to the colleges. And I'm going to draw particular attention to this, because underneath you'll see a heading that says what level of course, and it'll take you to that interactive framework, SCQF framework. For those of you that were listening at the S4 promo, that is super important and is going to form a massive part of your journey to higher education, because there has been this stereotype in the past that going to university is better than going to college. But as Liftoff, we want to make sure we bust that myth really clearly, because through that SCQF framework, your HNC, so that's 1 year at college, or your HND, which is 2 years at college, is equal to your first or second year at university. And therefore, you'll be studying at the same level of difficulty and skill as someone in their first and second year at university. So that is, it's not true that it's better than, but I also just want to let you know that to keep your options open, don't rule out college or don't rule out university. Probably consider them both side by side, because actually, due to that SCQF level framework, it allows you to progress in a way that suits you and meets your needs. You might also just get to 6th year and you might find out that you don't want to commit to 4 years at university right now, or your exam results might not go the way you want them to, because sometimes life just doesn't go the way that we want them to, and that's absolutely fine. College keeps that door completely open, and so does that SCQF framework. So please have a look at that in case you are in that boat where you're thinking, I'm not sure which one. That's totally fine. Have a look and be reassured that no matter what you pick, the door stays open. So that's the S4 resource page. Like I said, loads of information on it. Not expecting you to consume it all in one night. Actually, take your time, have a look at it, have a rummage about the first time and come back to it when maybe after the campus day or when something tickles your fancy in school. Have a look and just use it to your own advantage. But it's there to support you. And if you feel that we're missing anything off it or you can't find something on it, like I said, please get in touch and we can help you find it or we can add it. So feedback is always welcome at Liftoff. And here we have our Instagram page. I shared this with you at the S4 promo. However, I just want to reiterate the fact that as an S4 coordinator, I definitely use Instagram a lot because I know that going onto a website is slightly more chunky than just using Instagram, which you would every day. So if there's anything coming up, so any news on the campus days or sign up, or if there's any events in school, please check the Liftoff Instagram. Just give us a follow because it keeps you on top of all of the different upcoming events for both your school and for S4. But also, as you can see on the highlights, there's takeovers there and there's S4 top tips. So not only is it keeping you on top of what we've got on offer for you, but also it gives you a chance to give you an insight again into higher education without even having to leave your house or come off an app that you're already on. So it's just super accessible, super easy to use, and just allows you to have a better insight, but also keep on top of what we've got on offer. And just one last thing about Instagram, it's also where we share some information about, as you can see, like student funding or accommodation or any deadlines as part of your application. So although everybody on this call will just be at the start of their senior phase, it's just to let you know that it just makes it easier for you. We do share information that allows you to plan for your journey on Instagram too. So give us a follow at the end of here. I'll be watching the account go up, obviously. And that is us for our S4 resource page. So Lauren, looking back, how would you use these online resources to have helped you during school?
So I think when I was doing Liftoff, when I was back in as a core pupil, I think we only had the website. I don't remember there being the Instagram, or if there was, it was pretty new. But yeah, I think it's because now, obviously, I'm assuming most people who are here from maybe S4 or S5, it's probably more likely that you'll check your Instagram every day more than like an email address or something. It's really accessible because you can just click through all the stories. If you turn the notifications on as well, it means that you're getting a constant update with everything that's posted. But on the Liftoff website, you'll get things like blog posts or like statements and things from past pupils. And as well on the Instagram, there should be a little highlight. I did like a day in the life Instagram story, I think about a year ago now, just showing what it's like in a typical sort of day-to-day on the campus. So the online resources are really good if you're not getting a lot of contact time in your school, because you probably won't see the Liftoff staff in every single day, obviously. So if you're just a little bit curious or you fancy a nosy, just go on the Instagram or the website. It is definitely it's definitely worth having a little look at.
Thank you so much, Lauren. As like I said, just give us a follow and use the S4 resource page. It's there for you to use throughout your time as a core pupil, so use it to your advantage. And again, we're not expecting you to know exactly what you want to do, so it's a good place to start, and it just helps make sense of your thoughts, but also shows you all the options available to you. So our next in-person engagement after the campus event will be our core pupil profiles, what I will call CPPs at some point, so don't panic when I use that acronym. So what are the core pupil profiles? They're a chance for us as Liftoff staff to meet with you and talk about your strengths and interests. It's a chance for us to talk about what you enjoyed at the campus event, what you're enjoying in school, what you're good at, and what areas you feel you need to improve, and a chance for us to put that together. It allows us to paint a picture of who you are as a person, and it allows us to get to know you better, which everybody as staff really enjoys. As much as we enjoy our campus event with the universal support for everybody, we really enjoy getting to know you on a personal level, get to know what makes you tick, and getting to help you plan that initial journey to higher education, whether that be university or college or both. So because it helps us paint that picture, we also can help you look at your options online. So the hope is that you leave after your core pupil profiles with specific subjects or specific courses to have a look at, not expecting you to apply for them, but we're totally expecting you to feel supported and have a clue and a better idea about where it is you might want to go. And like I said, this is one-to-one support. So unlike the campus events, where we are inviting all our S4 core pupils across Tayside, Fife and Angus, we are going to be one-on-one with you in your school. So it's a conversation between myself or Shawnee or Mel or Hannah, and have a chat with you about what you want to do. So again, it's a chance for us to meet you as a person one-on-one and to have a talk about what you're enjoying, get to know you better and paint a picture as to what you might be interested in moving forward. And because of that, we're able to chat about school. So hopefully you've gone through at some point choosing your subjects in S2 or S3. And because there are entry requirements attached to both college and university applications, it'll be a chance for us to flag up any courses or grades that you may have to achieve to get onto the course that you might wish to do. So it's a chance for us to flag up as well any subject-specific needs that you might have within your course application. So it keeps you on top of everything really early, and it makes sure there's no panic towards the end. We can also talk about post-option schools or anything else. So again, it's a chat. There's no pressure. We're not expecting you to turn up with a file this thick telling us exactly what it is you want to do and how you're going to achieve it. We're there to help you make sense of your own thoughts and to help you put together a picture of where and what you might want to go on to do. And again, just like that SCQF framework, to remind you of options and alternatives that might be there if your first option doesn't go to plan, which is totally fine. Life doesn't always go to plan, and that's what we're here for. So I love doing the core pupil profiles. It allows us a chance to meet you personally, get to know you, but also for you to get to know us, for you to build that trust up in us, and for you to ask us any questions that you might not have found the courage to during the campus event or throughout your time using the resources. So I really look forward to meeting you at the core pupil profiles. But again, just to take that pressure off, we're not expecting you to turn up with anything. It's just a chat for us to get to know you and for us to help you paint a picture of what you might be interested in and to make sure that you're on track for that. So Lauren, was there anything in particular that helped during your one-on-one with Liftoff?
So I'll be honest, it's been quite a while since I did mine. I can't even remember who I did it with. But I do remember it was just in like the guidance area of Woodmill, and that was the high school I went to. And we got called in the middle of class time, and we had like a pre-set appointment time. I think it was only 15-20 minutes. But the Liftoff staff, they just sit with you and they ask you exactly what it is that you're studying at the moment, what you're planning on doing in 5th year and 6th year. And then they say, basically, what would you like to do after uni? Have you had a think? And at that time, I was pretty dead set on doing animation. Don't do animation anymore. Like, I never even went into that, but it shows how much things can change. And the staff I spoke to basically just said, this is what you'll need to do that. This is the universities that offer a course. This is the sort of grade bands that you'd be looking at. And this is the sort of careers you can get. Even looking on like My World of Work, if you haven't looked at that yet, is such a great resource where you can basically put in the course that you like doing at high school and they'll give you careers related to it. So the one-on-one, it's just really great for getting to know the staff individually at Liftoff. Makes things a bit less nerve-wracking if you do like a trip or an experience and you're like, I don't know anyone here. You'll know a staff member from Liftoff there in advance, which is always a good thing. But yeah, they're so useful in just having someone to chat about your future goals with no judgment, no expectation of you to know anything yet. It's just a great sort of starting point when you're looking at your future opportunities.
Oh, thank you so much, Lauren. And exactly, just want to reiterate everything that Lauren said there, just a chance for you to think about your opportunities moving forward and for us a chance to just meet. And like she said, and that's so important, that actually makes it a bit less daunting when you get to meet us face to face. It's not the same when we're over a laptop or anything like that. So it's just a chance for us to meet one-on-one and it keeps things a bit less daunting. So thank you, Lauren, for that. So our last, but absolutely not least engagement as Liftoff S4 core pupils will be way at the end of your S4 journey, so closer to summer, and that will be Liftoff to Success, which I'm going to call L2S, and you will hear me called L2S throughout the programme. So what on earth is L2S? Well, we will be back in your school to do a bit of a promotion for L2S, so you'll get to find out more of the specifics about it then, but I just want to let you know that this is what's going to be on offer for you in the coming months. So I'm going to share some photos first. So as you can see, there's lots of people in there outside one of the University of St Andrews building at the end of LO2S. And then we have some young people within an Amber Tay lecture. That's John Burnet Hall, which I will come back to in a minute. And then we have some young people within the Art College at Duncan and Jordanston. So what on earth is LO2S? I hear you asking. Well, it's a week-long summer residential offered by Liftoff, which, as you can see on the screen, is completely free. So there are no hidden costs when it comes to travel, accommodation, or food. So you will not be expected to pay for any of that when you come on LO2S. Unlike the campus event, it is an experience into student life, but it's not a day, it is a week long. And you don't just go to one higher education institution, whether that be a college or university, but you go to several. And those photos from LO2S were all from 1 year. So as you can see, you weren't just in one place. You might go to the University of St Andrews for one day, you might be at Edinburgh Uni for another day, and then back to Dundee. So it is a jam-packed, really exciting week. And you're probably thinking, where do you stay? Well, that is why I'm going to come back to John Burnet Hall here, because traditionally that is where we've stayed before. Might change, you never know. But this is at the University of St Andrews. So you're not only getting to experience that lecture, the options of study that are open to you, the different courses, but you're actually getting to live like a student that's staying away from home for a whole week. So you're getting access to accommodation at the university, which not many young people get the chance to do. So this is a really unique and exciting opportunity for you, and we're super pleased to be bringing it forward again because it was on pause last year. So we are super excited to have this on offer. Because university is not, or college is not just about the academic side. We want you to go and actually be able to enjoy the societies, to be able to enjoy the nightlife, to be able to enjoy the culture of the city or the town that you're going to. And you might go along to and stay, say we're at John Burnet Hall, and stay at John Burnet Hall. You might not actually enjoy being away from home, but you absolutely loved the college or the university environment. All of that is going to help you inform your decision as you move through your senior phases. However, you might go along and absolutely love staying at John Burnet Hall or wherever we might stay. And again, that is going to inform your choice when you get to the end of 5th or 6th year. So LO2S is a really exciting, unique opportunity. So we really encourage you to get signed up for it. Again, follow those socials, check your emails, and we will be in school to do a promotion for it further along, probably next year. But yes, just to let you know that that's coming up, and we're super excited. Along with the campus event, it's just a chance for you to get in at your such your early stage of the senior phase and learn about what it's like to be a student, whether you like it, what you enjoyed about it, but also just get excited for what the future might hold for you. So yeah, as you can tell, I can't wait for LO2S, and neither can the rest of the staff. But yeah, it's a chance for you to get along and see what it's really like. We also usually have a cohort of really helpful student volunteers too. We meet student volunteers from both the universities and the colleges we're at, but we'll also have Liftoff specific student volunteers that come along who will probably also be at our campus events. So again, those are just more familiar faces, so it's not as daunting as you might seem. Again, this is an opportunity. The week long is open to all S4 students across core pupils across Tayside and Fife. So again, it's another chance for you to meet new people. I don't have a question for Lauren about LO2S because I wasn't actually quite sure if she went along to LO2S. Did you, Lauren? Do you want to share a wee bit about your time at LO2S and what you enjoyed?
Yeah, so I did LO2S as a core pupil, and then I've been student volunteer, I think, I want to say 2 years in a row. It might have been 3, I can't remember. It didn't run this year, and all the girls that were doing it were absolutely gutted that it wasn't a thing anymore, but I'm glad we're bringing it back. I've just put in our old LO2S volunteer chat that it's we're glad that we're seeing it again. But it's absolutely the highlight for most of the pupils that we speak to, especially last year. A lot of them coming out of COVID, you don't get an opportunity to meet a lot of new people who are in the same position as you. So it was great to have like an in-person sort of gathering with everyone, have a proper discussion on what everyone wants to do. But it is so fun. It's more than just the lectures and things. There's such a great social aspect. And yeah, I think I've done at least 3. So absolutely would go back every year. It is such a great experience if you can make it.
Yeah, that is a brilliant testament to how good the LO2S is. So super excited to be able to bring that to everybody. Like I said, there's not a lot of information there at the moment about where it will be or when, because we're just not even started the planning stages for it just yet, because it's away in the summer. Hopefully it doesn't roll in that quick. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Focus on that campus event first, but just be aware that this will also be on offer. So we want to make sure that you were aware of that. Thank you for sharing that as well, Lauren, and I'm glad you enjoyed LO2S as much as I have. So that is us finished with our lift-off journey. I really hope that that just reminded you and touched base with what is on offer for you as an S4 core pupil. There is a lot on offer, and I just want to reiterate, I maybe didn't say this at the beginning, you don't have to come along to everything. Everything's optional. However, each of those experiences, as Lauren has said, allows you to make you feel part of something. It allows you to help you make that decision when the time comes. It just tools you up and skills you up to know what you want to do and when and what you're ready for. So absolutely, you don't have to come along to everything. You don't have to use absolutely everything on the resource page. But the more you do, the more informed you'll be. But also when that time comes, the more competitive your application might be when you put it in. So not to talk too much about the future, but there we go. I've mentioned it. So we'll move on really quickly to our volunteer Q&A, and then quickly after that we'll just cover the top tips and the checklist. So Lauren, is now your time to shine. We've got a couple of questions that were submitted beforehand. So did you know what you wanted to study when joining Liftoff, Lauren? Sorry, Lauren, I think you're still...
Yeah, I was going to say, I definitely thought I did. I went through about 4 different career moves in about 6 months. I thought I wanted to do animation, I wanted to be a lawyer, I wanted to do politics. I think I pretty much went through every single subject that there is that I wanted to do at some point. I do sociology now, and I decided that the day of my UCAS application, I was in a meeting with one of my teachers, and they said, "You'd probably enjoy this," and I just went for it. So absolutely not, I had no idea. But I feel like that's the good part about Liftoff is you get to experience so many different types of courses that I at least knew that the lecture format and the humanities sort of type of courses what worked for me personally. So yeah, don't panic if you have no idea, because I had no idea.
Absolutely, and you are allowed to change your mind as well. I feel like that's something that we often put pressure on ourselves to just decide what we're doing and stick to it. And although absolutely have a plan and try and execute that as well as possible, it's totally okay to change your mind. We're here, you're just an S4. We're here to allow you to explore all those different options, and like Lauren said, to know what format's going to suit you. So having those broad general ideas of what it is that you like and enjoy and suit is really what the aim is at the end of S4, and as you move into S5, to make sure that you've got areas in which you're interested in and can pick from. But it is totally fine to change your mind and not to panic if you do. So next question, Lauren, is how did you engage with Liftoff between events?
So I remember Liftoff, they came into school a couple of times. I did the 1-to-1, and then I did the LO2S summer school experience. But between that, you get, I can't remember if it's the same thing now, but I remember we would get like email updates, like with almost like a newsletter, and then that would have a list of experiences that you could do outside of school time. Obviously, you're all here now outside of school hours, which is a good start. So it'll be things like this that will run throughout your time at high school, where you'll be able to engage whenever you can. No stress if you can't. There was definitely some things I couldn't do that I had to miss. But you're always sort of informed beforehand through school if there's anything coming up.
Exactly, and obviously we have, just to remind you, your S4 resource page you should be able to find at the bottom of any Liftoff correspondence, but also you can find that through our Instagram page as well, so make use of all of that on offer to you if you wish. What advice would you give to new core pupils who don't know much about higher education?
So if you've got absolutely no idea where to start, I think having a look at your timetable that you've got going into 4th year or going into 5th year, even pick one subject that you like the best out of all of them. Have a little look at where that can take you specifically. If you really like English, there's so many courses that you're going to get English as a requirement. That's not just, say, literature or something like that. That's so broad. University that offers courses that you're not going to get at school. So if you've got no idea, even colleges will offer things that they just don't teach you in school. So have a little look into the subject that you particularly like, or subjects, see what it is, even speak to your teachers or the Liftoff staff when you see them, or send an email in, or we've got Instagram as well, so send a message there. And if you've got a specific thing that you're kind of interested in, but you're not sure how to expand on it, that's definitely the best way. But if you've got no idea, most people don't at that sort of age and that sort of group, you're not alone, definitely. I mean, I clearly had no idea where I would end up 4 years later, but yeah, don't stress about it too much. Just if you've got no idea, go to the LO2M, go to the Liftoff things that they run and try and see what you enjoy. But if you've got a little bit of a starting point, just have a look on UCAS as well. Search up the course that you like. It might come up with some suggestions as well.
Brilliant. I think we're having a wee bit of a technical difficulty there. Hopefully we are still on. Let me just check for 2 minutes, because I've lost Lauren.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Apologies while you're waiting.
Hi folks, I think Mary might
So
be
hopefully we're still on.
Oh,
Let me just check.
Mary, if you can hear me, we can
I'll
still
just
hear
keep
you.
going, and hopefully that should work. So it's gone past.
Hi folks.
Hello. I think we've lost her.
I know. Hi folks, I don't know if you guys can hear me now, so if people could give me a thumbs up to let me know if you could if you can hear and see us, that would be great.
Are we back?
I think it's completely. Are we completely gone? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hear you, Mary, but we can't see you, and also we can't.
Oh, I can see you, Mary, but I can't see the PowerPoint.
No.
Again. Let me see.
Apologies, folks, for the technical difficulties.
Now,
Can hear you but can't see. Okay.
Sorry, guys. Stay with us.
Is that us? Can we see the screen?
No, we still can't see. I think from what I gathered, people can hear us, but they can't see us. But maybe, oh look, no, they can't see that either. What we can do, if people would like, is we can answer some of the questions, because a lot of people have been asking some fantastic questions.
Oh, brilliant.
So maybe we could do that in the meantime and have a look at some of them. So first one is, would we also be told what to bring with us when we stay at the uni? And I am going to say yes, we do. What we do is we'll come out to schools to see you, and it's roughly about March time, to tell you how to apply for LO2S. And then on the run up to the residential, we'll get in touch with you and we'll give you some tips on what to pack and that kind of thing. So don't don't worry about that, because I think a lot of you are asking about LO2S. So we'll come into schools March time, and that's when we'll tell you more about how you can apply. And from that point on, we'll be sending emails and things like that to keep you up to date, so you know what to pack and where we're going and that kind of things. And yes, someone else has asked, will we be sent a list of things we need? Yes, we have a packing list, I think, that we like to share with you. So what other questions have we got?
We have lots of questions about when the campus events will be and the dates that we've got. So like I said, they're not set in stone just yet. They will absolutely be happening. The campus event will hopefully happen between middle of November, early December. However, I will publish the dates very soon when that's all set in stone. For LO2S, that will be an in-school promotion for you as well that will happen between March. So your school will let you know when we're in for that. So you don't need to worry too much about the dates just now. Like I said, if your eyes are peeled on the Instagram and on the emails, then you'll absolutely get to find out about when LO2S and the campus events are. So don't worry, you won't miss. Liftoff is very good at sending you emails before and the week before, the day before the event. So you will absolutely find out when those events are soon enough. So like I said, campus event, hopefully middle of November. And LO2S will happen during the summer terms. However, that you will be having in-school promotion for that towards March. There will be dates in the diaries, and your school can share that with you if you go and ask your UCAS coordinator, you'll go and ask your Liftoff coordinator. But equally, we will be in, so keep your eyes peeled on socials and on emails. See if we have any others.
I know a few of you, I noticed, were asking about specific subject areas and if there would be opportunities to try them. And what I would say is that when we go on the campus events, it might be an opportunity to try a lecture and those things. And for anyone that wants to come on LO2S, you'll get the opportunity to try out different subjects and things, but we can't guarantee that you'll get to experience a particular subject area that you're interested in. But what we can do is support you during your one-to-one meetings and things like that to explore what your options are and how to go about applying for the subject areas that you're interested in. So regardless of the subject that you're interested in, coming along to these events is going to support you because you find out more about life at university or college in general, but maybe not so much subject specific in terms of getting to experience specific subjects. So I hope that clarifies things for people.
Definitely. I think that was all the questions. I'm just having a look to see if I've missed anything. But thank you all for putting those questions in. I'm really sorry that PowerPoint dropped out at the end. While I'm looking at these questions, the last little bit of the PowerPoint was just a little checklist to make sure that you are on top and you know exactly where to look for information. So the first thing we recommend for you to do on the checklist is to get in touch with your school and find out who your Liftoff coordinator is. So if you go to your guidance teacher, they should be able to tell you that information for you, and that just allows you to have a point of contact to make sure you're in the right places at the right time within school. It's also for you to follow us on social media, Surprise, and also to keep an eye on your emails. However, if your email address or your mobile number changes while you're part of Liftoff, please get in touch and let us know ASAP, because we will email you with all the information that you need about upcoming events. So therefore, if anything changes, or if you don't think you're receiving emails, please get in touch with us as soon as possible, or with your Liftoff coordinator in school, to make sure that your email is correct and we've got all the right information for you, because if we can't get in touch with you, you won't find out what information there is available to you. So that was just a wee bit of our checklist. And also just to make use of all the opportunities all available to you. If you are able to come along, we encourage you to come along to absolutely everything you possibly can. It will all help you on your journey towards higher education, so university or college, but also help you make that decision. So that was just the last bit of the presentation we were missing anyway. So I will check and see. I don't think there's been any more questions. But I think that is us.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look to see if there's any other question. A question's just come. Is it during school time or in a holiday?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. So for for the campus event, that will most probably be during your school time, so the academic diary. So it may be a Monday, a Tuesday, but it will be within the school day. So you'll leave from your school, you'll get registered with your teacher, and then you will leave with your school or the transport. We will let you know what that is soon. And you will come to the institution that we're at, and then you will go back to your school at the end of the school day. So you'll be able to pick up all your stuff and whatnot and be registered out. For L2S, Hannah, you can help me with this one, but I'm sure that is L2S is during summer holidays, or am I?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mary. So normally, but we've still to confirm it, but normally it's around the first week in July, and it's normally Monday to Friday. But we'll be able to give you more details when we come round and see you all in school, roughly March time. Okay.
Yeah, so most of them will be, for the campus event, it'll be during the school calendar. However, for L2S, there might be a slightly different date. So just to keep that in mind. But that was a really good question. I think that is all of our questions. However, let me just say again, if you follow us on Instagram or if you've got our email address and there's a question you feel wasn't quite answered tonight, that's absolutely fine. You can pop us over an email or a DM and we'll make sure we get that question written down for you and answered as soon as possible. So I think that'll be us. I'm really sorry about that dropout in the PowerPoint. However, we were really lucky. We got most of the content covered. I hope it's been helpful for you. And I hope you feel excited for all that's coming up on your S4 journey. And we're super excited to be working with you as well. So thank you so much for signing up. Thanks for taking time out your Wednesday night to come and listen to us. And yeah, and thank you to Lauren and Hannah for doing all of the backstage stuff. That was extremely helpful, and you've made the presentation far more engaging and exciting than it would be if I was just talking here in my dulcet tones. So thank you both so much, and thank you all our S4s. So I think it'll be time to sign off now, unless I don't see any more questions coming through. So
sorry, can I just, someone's asked a couple of times, is there any, like, how many people are on LO2S? Do you know?
Yeah, normally there are spaces for roughly about between 60 and 70 kids, roughly. Young people, sorry, that's a terrible term. But that's roughly how many spaces on L2S.
And I think there's one more. Is it all non-uniform? LO2S is like casual clothes, isn't it? But I'm not sure about the day trips.
Campus days, because you will be registered in school, I think we encourage school uniform just for a point of safety as well, because we are in a community and you're with your school. Sometimes your school teacher will come along. Again, we need to hash out those finer details, but that's a really good question. My initial thoughts are you will be in your school uniform simply because you will be presenting at school and finishing up at school. But please keep your eyes peeled and I'll make sure that information is across to you as soon as possible. But it's good that you're thinking about all of these things already. But like I said, initially, yes. However, things might change, so keep your eyes peeled on that information that we provide. Great, right, I think that's us. This has been recorded, so I will share with you, I think, hopefully towards the end of tomorrow or Friday morning, the recording. It'll be sent to your emails that you registered with Liftoff with, so you can watch this back if you want to hear any more information. But thank you all again for taking your time out, and thanks again to Hannah and Lauren for helping behind the scenes too. So thank you all so much, and sorry about the technical difficulties, but we will hopefully be in touch with you very soon. So all we need to do is just end the live and then that will be us. So thank you all very much.